Hey y'all, guess what time it is? It's the Grolic Saves the World time.
All right, the Grolic saves the world.
That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
We're getting fixed, our worries are nixed. Let's have some cake. While the Grolic saves the world. We're getting fixed, our worries are nixed. Let's have some cake. While the Grolic saves the world. We're getting fixed, our worries are nixed. Let's have some cake. While the Grolic saves the world.
Hello, welcome to the Grolic Saves the World. I'm Andrew Orvidal.
My name is Ben Roy.
I'm Adam Caton Holland going third.
Oh,
Yes,
wow.
because I used the coupon that Adam gave me for Christmas to
What?
go first.
Someone. Well, the positive of that, Adam, is we know this will never happen again. So
Yeah,
it's out
Merry
of the
Christmas,
way.
bud.
Joke's
I
on you,
enjoy
dude.
it.
I Xeroxed these at Kinko's. I have an unlimited supply.
Fuck. I didn't even think of
Should have
that.
thought of that. Should have watermarked them or something.
So fucking stupid.
And
All
I
right,
still have
take
the
us-
hand job coupon left too. I haven't Xeroxed that one yet. Welcome to
That
the
one's
Grolic-
evergreen. I told you, that's evergreen. You don't need to Xerox that.
Welcome to the Grolic Saves the World. This is a podcast where we attempt to better ourselves and maybe even perhaps the world around us through challenges that we will undertake. And this episode's challenge, I don't want to sound rude, y'all, but we're ugly. We have become ugly. Speaking chiefly for myself, but also, I mean, I'll just be honest with you two as friends. We have a sibling-like relationship. I would tell my brother if he had become ugly. I think we've gotten a little ugly. It's because
No,
of
you're
Quark
not. I
War.
wouldn't say you're ugly. That I don't know. Adam, help me out on this one because I don't want to say the wrong thing.
He's a fucking Uggo. And the
Yeah.
truth is, all of us have gotten a
gotten
little bit,
Uggo.
you know, we've gotten Uggo. And it's quarantine, it's aging. But I think when you first used to think about the Grolics boys, hottest trio in comedy, and everyone would say that.
Yeah.
And now it's team fucking dog shit.
Yeah.
And everyone says that a
People
lot
would say-
online.
They would
Yeah,
say
the new
oh,
merch is not moving. The team
No,
fucking
team
dog shit
dog
merch
shit, yeah.
is
Yeah.
just not
And a
moving
classic. People would always say, "Oh, the Grolics boys, classic 3-wood right there."
Yeah,
right.
I'm using my
at all.
3-wood.
Get yourself out of this sand trap with the
Yeah.
Grolics boys. I don't know if that's what you would use, but
It's a good
Rory,
euphemism.
text me and tell me how wrong that is. Thank you.
That's super wrong. You wouldn't get out of a sand trap with a 3
So-
wood.
In this episode, we're gonna become beautiful. Okay,
Right.
So-
Everybody, no, just to
Take it to
echo
the bank.
Ben's sentiment, it used to be everybody wants to fuck the Grolics, and now it's fuck the Grolics because they're
Yeah.
such ugly, ugly dudes.
I blame True TV. I'm going to be totally honest with you.
Wow.
I
Whoa,
think it was the schedule. It was the food on set.
Okay.
That was a number of years ago, though. Like I
Yeah,
feel like
but
you
they
know, in
set
the
in
3
the
years since
there were a chain of events. It was a butterfly effect. It was the wings beating and the things changed.
I'm with him.
I couldn't help it. Not me. You, Adam? No.
Nope. No.
Who?
I was watching some of our episodes of Those Who Can't just last night, and I was remarking on even in just 3 years ago, noticeably younger looking. It's like we all got cursed. It's like we drank from the wrong chalice at the end of Indiana Jones, but not the one that melts you immediately. Like a lesser incorrect chalice.
You're
that's-
doing so. We're back to Indiana Jones chalice, like similes now, right? That you're doing.
It's my
that
favorite.
again?
It's my favorite one.
Well, the chalice we drank from was turning 40 and going through a pandemic, basically.
Yeah,
At least me personally.
We're gonna need some help on this challenge because I don't trust that any of us are gonna get any prettier.
I
on our
agree, and I
lonesome.
think if you're looking for help on this, you have to find somebody
You got to go to an authority.
who screams daily.
Not just beauty,
beautification.
but male beauty. Male beauty is traditionally maybe a little trickier to attain. So yeah, we need to
I
look-
agree. I think you have to shoot for the stars on this one. I think we had to go big. We had to reach high. We had to find somebody who I think when I look at them, I'm like, I've always said they'd come on set because, spoiler alert, they were on Those Who Can't. They'd come on set and I'd be, look at this guy's skin. Look at this. This is a guy who
just
cares
a
about
radiance.
his
Where
fucking
you
face.
you almost just when I was like, "Are you pregnant?" It's that kind of healthy glow that just comes out of them.
So why don't we do this? Adam, do you want to introduce?
None other than television and stand-up comedies. Kyle Kinane, everyone.
Everybody,
welcome to the podcast,
Kyle.
Kyle.
For the viewers at home, Kyle is streaming in live from his bunker. His survival.
Boys, maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's Burger King. It's hard to tell. When you limit the amount of skin that you could even see on my face, it's easy to take care of such a small percentage.
I know this is an audio medium, so let me just describe Kyle's beard status to you. It's
I'd like to take a stab at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I would describe his facial look right now as a log that has fallen over in the woods and is facing largely to the north, so mostly moss covered. But there is a slight sliver that is covering to the south, where it's still bark exposed.
I look like a garden gnome that has the eyes of the crying Michael Jordan meme. That's where I'm at.
Couldn't
right
have said
now.
it better myself.
Yeah.
You do have a gnome-ish aspect, but a gnome that has been granted a huge size boost. You're like you're living every gnome's fantasy to be a human.
Yeah, a gnome with 5 NBA titles. 6 NBA titles.
If I'm in your garden, it's because I'm stealing your recyclables out of your trash cans. That's the garden gnome I am. I have acquired Jabba the Hutt eyes over quarantine.
Now that we've appropriately roasted your face, I want to say welcome back. We don't see each other a lot. You were obviously with us on Those Who Can't, and you played the lovable Ron Nor. And it's always good to see you, man. We miss you, miss your face and your musk. And, musk.
My musk.
You
guys were talking about craft services on Those Who Can't. It was fun when Rory Scovel and I were filming the movie The House, the Will Ferrell movie, at the same time. And one day for craft services, they had steak and lobster. And then we'd go back to Those Who Can't, where you guys had those knockoff Twizzlers
let's move
that
on.
were made with some sort of paper product. And that's where you see how the budget's different between TV and film.
Different
you didn't
worlds.
like our beef and tilapia is basically steak.
And I think it takes a lot of money to make us three look good on TV. That's where the money went, Kyle. And I think it was worth it in the end
for
product.
the whole face. After
We're having
effects.
surf and turf. It's coming in one tube from the caterers.
I wanted to say this. My favorite, my favorite memory ever of Those Who Can't with you is there was an episode, and I remember we brought you in for an entire day. Like, you came in for your shoot, and your entire shoot that day was to just suck down popsicles. Like, the only scene we had you in.
It was just like a cutaway joke. Yeah.
Yeah, and you had to drive all the way across LA to come in.
Gobble popsicles, but it's one of the funniest gags in the episode.
to deep throat a couple of icy pops.
Yeah.
We asked a lot out of Kyle.
And have people on the crew look at me like, you did that well. Yeah. And then I was like, I get method with this stuff, and then I had to explain it. I will say, if in a moment of sincerity, that I realized that Those Who Can, I'm like, oh, this is when it's fun to make this stuff, because then I'd been on other sets. I'm like, oh, I hate being on set. This is a drag. Not for any set, but like, it's just boring, and you feel like for the sliver of creativity you get in a work day, it's 9 hours of sitting in a closet reading the wrong book you brought to set that day. So Those Who Can't was like the one experience where I'm like, oh, if I could do it like this again, I would say yes to making.
That
TV.
means a lot.
Otherwise,
Ron, if you could retroactively sound the sincerity horn. Thank you. Okay, but back to the issue at hand, our ugliness. We've been in Quar for almost a year now. What, if any, steps have you taken to maintain yourself? Let's start with Kyle. Anything? Is there?
Okay, well, there are. I mean, I am. This beard is a weird game of sexual chicken with the missus and I, where I tell her she has to say something if it's truly upsetting, and she's like, "I'm not going to tell you how to live your life," and then we're just at an impasse where I don't look in the mirror, but she has to see this face and occasionally refer to large pieces of food. I get half a tortilla stuck in this thing and not know for a good 45 minutes. So,
It's a serious beard.
yeah, not tortilla chip. I mean a whole like a burrito
like a
size, 10 inch,
Like a wrap. Like not even a tortilla.
10 inch.
Large.
I mean,
I'll put a pen in here right now, and you won't know where it goes.
gone.
Oh, it's gone.
It's totally gone.
my homeless magic show.
I mean, I have a beard and not nearly as big as yours. And if I
Compared
eat
to Kyle, you don't even have a beard.
I
It
know,
just looks
but if
like-
I eat a runny egg breakfast sandwich, like I got to go through a car wash.
Yeah,
so I can't imagine.
I had paper mache your face together. Is what
Yeah,
I did.
like Adam, I can tell you have a lower jaw. With Kyle, it's anyone's guess.
I'm so scared of how many chins I've grown underneath this thing, man. Well, okay, but she got me. I usually never did like the like specific beard care products because I hated the idea that it was a culture, like people trying to make everything a thing. But she got me some beard shampoo and conditioner. It's real nice. It's real nice to have an excuse to get in there and really.
And when your
scrub
beard is
around.
as long as yours, it gets kind of soft. It loses that scrubbing pad texture.
Oh yeah. Oh, this thing. I mean, it'll sway out of the shower and everything. But I as opposed to really testing the limits of what old Dr. Bronner says he cleans, I finally got some care products. It'll clean everything. Like, oh yeah, Dr. B. Well, we're putting it in some weird holes in this quarantine. So I do that. I do have. I got a little face thing I get on my cheeks and my forehead. I'm getting.
I mean, you hardly have any face to
Wait,
moisturize.
Yeah,
so
but
you
look at all his
probably-
forehead. Look at all his forehead. I'm getting the
true.
Mr. Burns liver spots, which is real cool. That will make you feel super rock and roll and young. Is when you're like,
Wait, so
man, how did I get chocolate on my forehead? Nope.
I'm
they're just
surprised.
like
So you do
stains?
moisturize. Wait, so Kyle, do you moisturize every night? You put stuff on your face every night?
Moisturize after showers. I had some eye cream that I was using for a while, and then Rachel told me, she's like, you got to pat it delicately. I didn't have the patience, so I just jam it into my face. And so,
My eyes, my eyes.
so my LASIK is
Punching
deteriorating
it
quicker
in
than I
there.
thought it would. Because I'm rubbing
you're
some
losing-
Lancome shit right directly
When you
into
were-
my
when you were
laser eye
younger-
surgery.
When you were younger, Kyle, did you have bad skin where like when you were in high school or anything?
No, I never had like super bad acne on my face. I would get it all in my head real bad.
Oh,
I
like under your
bathed.
hair?
I wasn't like
Ah.
a dirty kid, but I was like, especially at the height of the Tony Hawk haircut, which was all shaved underneath.
Yep.
Which looked like I was just trimming the undergrowth to heal whatever kind of lesions were growing on my scalp.
Jesus Christ.
So it was a real great combo of oddly placed acne and the haircuts fashions of the time.
A man of the times.
What about you, Andrew? Do you have a daily skincare routine? I can't even
I mean,
get
look.
through it.
I mean, look.
I tried to, but I had to pretend as if I'm asking a legitimate
You don't get this
question.
gray tone naturally, baby. No. Since core, I have my regimen. Here's my personal care regimen. I trim my mustache when the hairs are long enough to get in my mouth because it drives me insane. So I do that amount of trimming, and then I'll shower if the dogs lick me too much, and I'm like, now I'm gross. I'll take a shower, and that's pretty much it.
Got it.
I've been living a kind of an
Where was your skin bad when you were
apocalypse
younger?
level.
Did you have good skin?
yeah.
when you were
No, I would have zits, and I would use the Stridex pads, the Clearasil pads. Wipe those down every night, and I would just get more and more zits, and eventually. I discovered that if I would just wipe my face with a clean, dry towel at night, I wouldn't get zits anymore. And That's
How far did you push those Stridex pads into being a full body bath? I think
Exactly.
I would make my way down my body until the pad fell
Yes,
apart.
exactly. Because when you pulled the pad away, there would be dirt on it, and you're like, "Oh, it's cleaning."
Yeah, it's doing a great job. Let's see how far I can get on my back,
I can
shoulders.
still smell. I can still smell those
Yeah,
pads.
it's
I
so chemically
Yeah.
like.
Yeah,
But all they did was fuck up my skin and face more. So.
more. Yeah, it definitely did that because I had terrible acne, and in some ways, I argue that my acne was glacial because it reshaped my face. I feel like I got it so bad right here, like right around below my mouth, like right below.
It's a national park now.
Yeah.
Definitely a state park in Maine.
And if you look at me up close, it's pockmarked, but it was so bad that like when I look at old photos, that part of my face right below my mouth was fatter. It was thicker, and now it indented because of it, because it reshaped it like a state park or
BP got in there and drained it.
Well, they drilled into my face big time. But I used those Clearasil pads. Man, did those hurt when you had a fresh zit popped or something.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck,
Yeah.
dude, that got in there. And then I got terrible. I was also the kid in high school who had terrible back knee. I had the worst back acne that shit was so bad. And having acne was gross. And I didn't shower I showered every other day, but I didn't wash my sheets enough, I think, in my teenage years, and that's probably what was doing it.
That concept never even comes to light. Like, oh, you have to wash these?
Oh yeah.
All I'm doing is sleeping in there, a.k.a. sweating and jizzing every night.
I'm making a crust to. It's like, how am I going to metamorphosize if I don't have a cocoon? I'm trying to become an adult.
This croissant I lay down on every night, I have to wash this?
I love that your bed would have like a mantle, like strata, and you could tell your years.
It's like rings of a tree.
The body stain of your
Wait, so
gross body.
Ben, are you currently
what are you doing
engaged
these
in anything?
days?
No, I don't have my face. But if you watched the show, there was very little. If you watch Those Who Can, I had very little makeup on. My face,
Never seen it.
Knock on wood, remained. Hold on, I'm knocking on wood because we're doing a facial care challenge. I'm gonna fuck my face up.
You're gonna go dark man and get a fucking.
But I knock on wood, my face as an adult has remained fairly clear. So
smooth.
But
You
I
have a nice
do
skin tone too.
I do jujitsu, and I will get burns from the gi on my face, and I'll get scratches. But for the most part, it's remained fairly clear. What about you, Adam?
There's no scratching in jujitsu.
Wait, but are you currently moisturizing, Ben?
That's the way you do it.
No, not
Okay.
anymore. I did while we were doing the show because Nancy, shout out to Nancy, our amazing makeup.
She's not listening to this. Whose ass are you
She
kissing?
does. Nancy listens to this. She messages.
Nancy Rooney, she was great.
Nancy Rooney was amazing, and she was like, "You have to put on moisturizer on your face every day," and I should, because Colorado is so intensely dry here. But what about you, Adam? Do you have a facial?
I would say out of
care?
all of us, obviously, Adam cares the most about how.
No, I don't. I think Ben's kind of become the hot boy of this group. Andrew, you're definitely the fucking Uggo. No, I'm just I don't do shit. I mean, I didn't all through high school I didn't have acne. Then I got to college and my face exploded, which made for a fun 2-year introduction to college. And I went on some sort of medicine. I don't think it was Accutane, but I took something severe that caused may have suicidal tendencies. Check.
Jesus.
But it cleared me up, and then I became a happier person. I don't know if they were related or not. But then now I don't do shit. I got moisturizer, like Neutrogena shit that's got sunscreen in it, because Nancy, shout out to Nancy, gave me the same conversation. She's like, you guys need sunblock because you live in Colorado. You should be wearing sunblock every day.
Was Nancy the very tiny woman?
You
Yeah,
can get a
that's
gander
right.
at her if you're in LA. You just go right to the corner of Sunset and Vine, she stands there with one of those Jesus signs, but it's all about putting on sunscreen.
A more important message in Southern California. People think they think they're going to get. Every summer, I'm like, I'm going to get a nice tan, and I burn the shit on every single summer. I won't put on sunblock unless it's over some sort of 3rd-degree burn I've got. So I'm like, I want to get a little color, man. I've been inside for a while.
I don't wear daily sunscreen, and my mom has had like
Exactly.
50 pieces of her face removed for skin.
So is my mom. My mom's and I have the stuff. It sits on my counter, and I don't put it on. It's just
I don't
there.
do it because
I
it doesn't
rarely-
blend in. It just makes me look like I'm in like Joker face or something. It looks really bad.
Well, then why don't we do this? It sounds like we've got our challenge in front of us. What I think the challenge is, and what we propose here, is that for the next week, with our pal here, Kyle Kinane, with High Desert Santa, Kyle Kinane, we're going to
Constitutional
Patriot-
Congress's Kyle Kinane.
Patriot Santa.
And I think what we do is we all find and adopt a facial skincare routine for the next 7 days.
Beauty regime.
routine. Yeah.
Regime, not routine.
Regime. Okay, so we get Kim Jong-il with this shit, right?
Yeah.
So we adopt a skincare routine that we do over the next 7 days. When we get off of this podcast, we're going to take a before selfie of ourselves, and then we'll do it for the 7 days.
And we all better come back noticeably
Younger.
prettier.
We'll see who did the best. We'll
Yeah,
let the listeners decide. We'll throw it up on Patreon. You can decide who did the best job and who made the most noticeable improvement.
We'll put our before and afters up there, and then after the break, we'll come back and we'll talk about what our routine was and what we found. And God, I hope one of us inadvertently gives ourselves staph or something, and we get horrible acne on our face. Fingers crossed.
And I do want to thank Kyle for coming on and letting us just bad basement improv riff on your beard for the first 20 minutes of the show. It's like, come on our show so we can make fun of your beard. Thanks, Kyle.
No, it's great because I haven't heard any of those jokes before.
Are you doing the like sarcastic?
Yeah,
like, kind
he
of-
is. Yeah.
Because
yeah.
It's like when you meet somebody named Marco and you say Polo, and they're like, "Oh, awesome, thanks."
That's pretty good. That's
that's kind of
That's
funny.
pretty funny. I'm going to write that down.
Adam, will you put that down for me too?
Yeah, if I ever meet Marco Rubio, it is fucking on, dude.
Hey, where's the nearest pool?
That's a funny one. You are funny.
You're good, Kyle. Kyle's
You
funny.
are good. So let's go ahead. We're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna get into some live stand-up comedy. And when
Play
we
a clip
come,
of Kyle's. Do we have a
yeah,
good clip
why don't
of
we do?
Kyle's?
That's a great idea, Kyle. Can we play a clip of your comedy since you're here, so people can hear more of that gold that you just dropped on us?
Yeah, I'm not sure of the licensing rights on my stuff, but
Nah, we don't.
I say let her
that's
rip.
fine.
I don't give a shit about any of that. That's fun.
Ron will be the one who gets sued. Relax.
Yeah, it's all in Ron's name. This whole thing is in producer Ron's name. So why don't we listen to this clip of comedy from Kyle Kinane, and when we come back, we're not going to be so
pretty.
fucking uggo.
I'm trying. I have a rational, like most fears. I think are irrational, but like people can sympathize with them. Like, oh, you're afraid of airplanes. Well, that's an acceptable fear. That's a terrifying. That's not something that's normal. Today we're going to fly. Like, whoa, shit. But my fear, my irrational fear. I realized Once I heard the idea of like Freaky Friday switching with something, that's what haunts me at one point every day. But not with like just if I just switch with anybody with an actual skill set. That's all that terrifies me. Like just seeing a guy driving an 18-wheeler and what if you're just all of a sudden in there like, there's so many gears. So like that. And that's a legit, well, you can die, dude, but mine's like simple. Like if it's just some guy that's painting a house, but then all of a sudden I have to like deal with a foreman. Like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know. I just showed up. That's like my biggest fear is if I Freaky Friday switch with like a Benihana chef who's in the middle of a presentation. It was like they're all out for an office birthday, and you're there. Like I understand the pressures of being an entertainer, but you're also having to make a meal for someone. On top of that, you're making the little choo-choo train out of the half an onion with the smoke rings coming out, and all of a sudden, broop, and you're there, and you're like, I gotta flip shrimp into my hat. I can't do this right now. And you're like, God damn it. And that gives me a panic attack at least once a day.
Get out of the trenches of tedious tasks like managing order fulfillment and start growing your business with ShipStation. They'll help increase profitability by automating your workflow with their simple, easy-to-use dashboard. With it, you can pretty much do everything you need to quickly and easily. Update order information, print labels, compare rates, optimize shipments, and even set up automatic delivery notifications. And it doesn't matter where you sell. Amazon, Etsy, eBay, Shopify, ShipStation can integrate pretty much anywhere online. Another great thing about ShipStation? They can help reduce costs with industry-leading discounted rates from some of the biggest mail carriers. You might even be able to get up to 89% off USPS and UPS rates. So, make this year your most profitable one yet. Sign up for your free 30-day trial at ShipStation.com and use the code Spotify. That's ShipStation.com with the code Spotify.
Welcome back. It is 1 week later. Through the magic of podcasting.
Oh, I love that sound. I'm sorry. I just have to acknowledge it. It's such a great sound. Anyway.
I was hoping that Ron could do like a goopy moisturizing, like a squirting.
Oh, let's
noise.
do that. Adam, cue that one up. Cue it up.
Through the magic of self-care moistralizing podcasting.
Oh. Not a fan of that.
Very Nickelodeon.
Yeah, they were really
somebody said, I don't know, and we all got slimed. We're back. We've all been really taking care of our ugly fucking faces for a week. It's nice to see you guys again. Y'all look radiant. We're here with Kyle Kinane, and we're going to discuss how it went for us. So I guess let's just let's toss it right to the guest. Let's be gentlemen. Kyle, how was your week of moisturizing, taking care of your face, dog?
It offered a brief, just a moment of hope in my life. It felt like I really cared for myself as a human being, which I haven't felt in months. So even if I don't look better, the ritual made me believe in myself for a few days, and I did appreciate that. I was like, you're a real man. Come on, take care of yourself, buddy. Look good for something.
You're every skincare company's dream client. Like, he doesn't even need results. He's buying the ritual.
He's gonna do the "you're beautiful no matter what your body type" ad for us. Like, yeah. Put me in.
So
there.
did you do it every day and every night, or just once a day?
At least once a day. If not at night, I was, with the exception of last night, because I got into the cups a bit, and last night was brought to you by probably some Taco Bell fire sauce. I think is what I put on my under eye cream.
And did you rub that all the way in, or just let it sit on top of your skin?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you, but it was there this morning, so I don't know. Application wise, I don't recall how it went on, or even how it got that far, because this usually catches everything from spreading. But no, I would moisturize. I have Rachel got me nice stuff. I think I was talking about last week, like beard shampoo and things like that, which I'm usually hesitant of. But so I was using that and a clay kind of scrub, and then I learned this week that there's nighttime moisturizer and daytime moisturizer, which I was using the daytime at the nighttime because I had SPF.
Classic
Why
mistake.
not? Who doesn't need SPF?
Going out with your pants on backwards is what you were doing. You look like a fucking idiot, Kyle. You look like a fucking idiot. People can tell you have a nighttime dull when you should have a morning shine, and that's. I don't even want to get into it.
Did you see Kyle's moonburn? Did you see his moonburn?
No, you didn't,
gnarly.
because I had SPF on at night, so that's why you didn't see it. I had sunscreen on at midnight, which is why you didn't see that moonburn. So I'd moisturize. I'd use
Sunscreen at Midnight is a Jimmy Buffett song, by the way. Sorry, I just had to say
The copyright.
we should probably give credit. Thanks, Jimmy. All hail, powerful Jimmy. Sunscreen at Midnight.
of all the stars to demand people don't look at him backstage. Jimmy Buffett. Oh, wow. What a choice. What a class
Is that
act.
true? He does that?
Yeah, I heard he's like a real arrogant, like, no, the chill vibes on stage, they are not the same backstage at a Jimmy Buffett.
It's got to save him up. He's got to save him up for when he goes out there.
that coconut shrimp better be 12 to a plate, no more, no less. Wow. So I moisturize. I have a little under eye cream, which is why I was 2 minutes late to this. I was applying that because I wanted to really try and make up for my
Like cramming before a big test.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which I was told, pat, you don't rub under the eyes, you pat it in.
Yep.
Very, very sensitive skin under there. Tap that in. Witch hazel. I was doing some witch hazel.
Oh, that's nice. That's got a nice smell to it, too. That's got a nice smell.
Feels, I don't know what it is at all, but I put it on my face.
Did your girlfriend help you out, or did you just go it alone?
I had all this stuff. I just kind of fell out of my routine because it's like, well, nobody's looking at me, so who cares?
Except the person you live with, except the person that cares about you the most.
Yeah, and it's
No
that
big deal.
weird when the deterioration is so incremental, nobody notices until I'm sure we're all gonna.
You mean like the boiling frog theory? Like it happens so slowly.
Well, we both have our list. She like dyed her hair black the other day just because she's like, I can do it now. We both have our methed out running from the law mugshots down. Like right now is when we look, we're like, I wonder how Kyle and Rachel are. And if then we showed up on a local news broadcast looking how we
Be
look
like,
now, they'll be like,
whoa.
Oof, they fell far.
They went full Oregon.
yeah, exactly. I was going to say, like, you've got the mugshot to mask the state. So,
Yeah,
He stole a baby.
Yeah.
Well, Kyle, did you? So
yeah.
you said you enjoyed the ritual, but like, does your skin feel better? Do you think?
Oh yeah, no, it's a lot clearer. The pores are smaller. I'm at risk of getting a real pineapple nose, I think, in old age. So I should pay more attention to that.
but that's a gin blossom, and I don't think that.
no, not the boozy red blown up. Just the pores that get larger and larger.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I
so
know what you
that's
mean.
what I have. That's what I have.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
let's go down the line because we gotta do this expeditiously. Ben, what did you think of your experience?
I fucking love this. I
Yeah?
think this was great. I'm not one who who did like a nightly like washing ritual. I wash my face in the shower, and then I like we've talked about, I would, maybe here and there put on some lotion on my face. But Crystal, my wife, she gave me the Origins bag, which is for men. Origins for men. I don't know what the difference would be. Now, every morning I would do an exfoliant foaming scrub in the shower.
Sure.
And then I would use, as she taught me, the AM lotion, which I found to be a very nice lotion. It had an SPF in it. I loved doing that, and I patted. Also, I don't know if Rachel taught you, there's the T-zone, which I didn't know about. You stay off the nose and the center of the chin and the forehead. You use it largely around your eyes and here and down is what
Really?
she taught me with a certain one.
Wow.
That was
But
what
this is where I got wrinkles.
I think it's fine on you. I mean, I think the collateral damage and the fallout from that is fine. I mean, I think was
I
somebody
think I go
like-
mostly T-zone.
I'm not supposed to take care of this billboard up here, this whole area. That needs some kind of maintenance.
But yeah, so at night, then I would do the PM scrub and then the lotion, the PM lotion, which was this weird one that was very liquidy. It was called Mega Mushroom Relief and Resilience, and I tripped my balls off. I had no idea. This is psilocybin.
That's why it's
100%.
for night.
Yeah, that's for nighty night. And
Yeah, that'll
that's-
give you a whole new face. You don't even recognize just swirling images.
Yeah, and I spent most of the evening chasing that damned horse that's always in the backyard. Can't get a hold of it because it doesn't have back legs. I don't know how it stays up, but so I would do that, and then I had, and then every so often I would do an active charcoal mask. I did 2 of these, which
And what
was
I like
nice.
is you kept it all on brand. This is all Origin stuff. So you're an Origin.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
Origins. If you're
but here's-
listening, Ben's ready for his sponsorship.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
platter.
I when I get into something, I go 100% in full brand, and that's why I wanted to have you guys here. I know that we're doing this under the guise of a podcast, but Origins really takes care of your skin. Not only that, they have
Okay,
from top
Ron,
to
cut
bottom.
his mic. Cut his mic.
No,
This
I'm
is
just saying.
pyramid
From top-
scheme.
Andrew,
This is-
how
it's-
was your
It's a pyramid
It's
scheme.
not it's a vertical sales platform.
When
That's
there's-
all it is.
when
We're
there's a
not
product,
selling
it's an
Origins
MLM.
for you.
It's MLM when there's a product for sale. When there's no product, it's a pyramid scheme.
But no, I will say, as far as the actual challenge goes, and like doing this each morning and each night, I actually liked it. I'm not entirely sure it did a fucking thing.
Right.
I think this scrub and all of this is going to be hard to offset. Neanderthal dudes scraping their geese across my face.
I mean, that's
scratching, getting
exfoliating,
fucking
though.
yeah, getting bashed
really-
in the
yeah.
face repeatedly. That does more damage than anything. My face, there's a lot of like burst blood vessels on the tip of my nose from like getting my nose smashed in and stuff. So, but
I'm glad to hear you like it though, because the first day Ben sent us a picture of a very gnarly zit.
Oh,
popped up
yeah.
yeah, but that was the
immediately.
weirdest fucking thing is that I didn't have a zit, and then I started doing this, and then the
One
next
day
morning,
in.
One day in, the next morning, I had a big ass
big
pimple,
one.
and that's when Crystal said it's because you're in the T zone. And she came in, and I said, I've been playing fast and loose in the T zone since I was 16 years old.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Thunder Zone was a club that you went to in
Yeah.
Maine. It
Yeah,
was
it
an
was.
18 and under punker club.
Well, yeah, it was a punker club, and there were other sorts there, you know. But I mean, a lot of acne was spread at the Thunder
Sure,
Zone,
sure.
and
I would get in trouble. I would leave the charcoal mask on too long because I like that it like turned you into Arnold Schwarzenegger from The Predator when he's hiding from the monster. But I would leave it on like way past when I should until it was like cracking and falling off, and I would do like a character piece with it, and that's actually bad for your skin. So
Yeah.
learn that.
It's good comedy, bad for your skin. Isn't that always
Yeah.
the rule, though?
But anyway, what about you, Andrew? Since we're going around on this, did you stick with this every day?
I did not do it every single day, but I did it most days. I
Yeah, boo to that.
would wash
Are
my
you okay?
face.
Why won't you care for yourself, Andrew? You deserve it.
I honestly, I
deserve it.
I forgot. I forgot. A
Why
day.
do you hate a good pampering?
Um,
What's wrong with pamper? Adam, he hates pamper.
I would.
We're not being good friends because we should have reminded him every morning, Ben.
I'd wash
We
my
care
face
more
in
about
the
Andrew's
morning
face.
in the shower with a washcloth. My girlfriend helped me out with this. By the way, hats off to
In
my
the
girlfriend
shower?
for trying. No, yeah, she'd wash my face in the shower like a child
She'd
that's
stand
gotten into the
in the
chocolate
shower or
out of the shower.
Lean
She'd
in and
stand out of the
scrub your
shower and she'd kind of headlock me and do the kitty bath. Just she'd like lick the washcloth and then just scour my face. No,
And how long's the wrangling process
It
for her
takes
to
a while,
get you into the
'cause
shower? Because you're fine.
I don't like
Andrew
it.
just howling.
Just all claws on the side of
I'm
the
not
tub.
beautiful. Yeah, just gotta. No, that's. But hats off to my girlfriend for trying to help me with this challenge. It's like trying to bring an old baseball glove back to life, and it was going to be an uphill challenge.
A real field of dreams too.
Yeah, like
I just
we found this
imagine your-
baseball glove in a field. It's been
I
there for
just
2
imagine
decades.
your face wrapped in an elastic band and pressed underneath your pillow
Yeah,
overnight.
I mean that was one of the steps we
Thumbing.
took. We oiled my face and
Shove some baseballs in
Thumbing
your mouth.
clarified butter into your eyes.
yeah, all those tricks. But yeah, so I would wash my face in the shower in the morning and moisturize.
I imagine you. Now I want to go the opposite way. I imagine her in the shower, you outside of it, leaning your face into the shower.
That's the only way she
how
could
I
get
wanna-
me. That's the only way she could get me.
You had to coax him in. Like, it's fine.
Holy shit!
So then I had some products. I had some 5-year-old face care products from when we made Those Who Can't. They were still in my medicine cabinet. And it was kind of sobering to realize how long ago we made that show. Because in my head, I was like, these are only expired like 2 years. And then I was like reading the labels. I was like, holy shit, these are like 5 years old. But I use them anyway. And I used
Now that it's on HBO Max, I've been getting drunk and watching old episodes. And if you told me we were 17 when we did that, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I've been eating promotional candies from Frasier that I got a while back. Showbiz stuff lasts forever.
Yeah. So I back when I had TV money, I definitely blew some on some pretty nice face care products from this store in LA called Aesop. Maybe you're familiar with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty nice. So I bought some way back then, and I still had them. So I used them. I had a parsley seed toner that I used. That smelled pretty good.
Get the fuck out of
Yeah, parsley seed toner.
and it's great too because you can also dress your salad in that as well.
It smelled.
It's
smelled
just
like I
missing
could.
around his mouth because he's licking it off.
Yeah, like the rest of his face is beautiful.
I
but
gotta
this
keep it out of my
weather-
ozone because I'll lick it off. And then I'd moisturize. I had a moisturizer with an SPF in it that I used very sparingly
because you get outside and get in so much sun. Andrew.
Yeah.
When was the last time you were outdoors?
I
you
go
walk
outdoors
your
all the
dog.
time. Yeah, at least twice a day.
never mind.
I should wear sunscreen every day, but I only used it twice this week. But then Eliza also had a mask that I used, a terrifying moisturizing mask that I wore one night while I watched a movie, and then she also let me use some of her. She had a serum. Now this is where it starts to get fun when you're in this world of serums and elixirs. It's like, all right, now because like lotion, moisturizer, yeah, whatever that sounds like shit I know. But a serum, it's like sounds like mad.
That sounds like you have to
mad
take it in the
science.
ass cheek,
Yeah.
like just like one.
Which is
plug
where she
from a
gave it to me.
syringe.
The serum, yeah, it was not a lotion. It was a shot that she was giving me. It was it was very liquidy, but I used that. It was a vitamin C serum.
Well, that could be a dietary thing when you have liquidy serum. It just requires you may not be getting enough protein in your diet.
Yep.
And then she had a moisturizer that I would use after the serum. She had two different moisturizers, so I tried both of them, and yeah, so.
Did you like it?
Yeah, like
Did you
Kyle
like the
said, it
process?
actually was like, oh, it feels good to kind of give yourself that little bit of attention, even if it's just for 5 minutes.
Are we? Yeah, are we all bathing every day here? I think
Well,
we mentioned
every other
that.
day.
I bathe
Well,
every
that's
day.
an odd question, but yeah, Kyle, I am.
I bathe
Are
every
you
other day.
not?
I bathe usually on an as-needed basis. In the wintertime,
Yeah, I'm with Andrew.
I'm not getting that smelly, and if I shower too much, my skin gets all dried out. So I just try to shower when I need to shower, you know?
No point. I've just been laying around unless I just don't want somebody to see or hear me cry is really the only reason to take a shower right now. So.
It's funny that two of the most arid people are like, I don't want to dry out too much.
Yeah, but you wash your skin, it dries you out.
I don't think of that. I think, I mean, you don't necessarily have to get in there and, like I rinse off at the very least. I take a rinse.
but we're not all just licking gym mats for recreation like you are.
Yeah,
Ben,
I'm not-
so
I'm not
that's-
whipped.
I've
I'm not getting
stopped
stinky.
licking the gym mats.
They told him they'd kick him out if he kept doing it.
Yes.
The other things that I did, Eliza got a humidifier. That was helpful. We had a little bit of a humidifier. One day I slept for 12 hours. That felt good. I was like, this makes,
Nice.
I think my skin is improving after
That's real
sleeping from 11 to 11. And I upped my water intake. I already drink a good amount of water, but I tried to drink an extra 32 ounces of water, which
Jesus,
I think
Andrew.
was helpful. Yeah, an extra Nalgene bottle of water. So yeah, that's what I did. But like Kyle said, it was just nice to set the 5 hours. I think I'm as ugly as I was when the challenge started, but it was nice to have
Your
the
self-esteem is big.
We'll get to the picture.
the 5 minutes every night. How about you, Adam?
Yeah.
Last but not least,
I loved the challenge. I did it every day. I had a little thing of like Neutrogena moisturizer with SPF. that I got back in the day when we were sort of instructed to. Nancy, our makeup person, said, "Hey, you should do it." So I just got that, and I was like, "This will be easy to put on every morning," and I never did. So this week, I just started doing that. It was very nice. But then Katie and I decided to have some fun and just get whatever Target had and throw that on my face. So I also got a couple of...
So you got a few brushed steel picture frames?
Yeah, you got some Arrowhead Farms cashews. What else? Have you got?
An end table and a lot of cracked pepper Triscuits.
Some good and gathered tomato soup. We'll just do this for the rest of the episode.
You guys aren't even taking into account the post-Christmas sale. We have Christmas lights wrapped around our head. They're getting rid of this. They're giving it away.
Target has some good stuff. I get my shampoo and conditioner from Target.
Well, so I got some Pacifica little eye bright strips, just like I was an athlete. They go like right under your eyes. And they're you get them and you use them once and throw them away. So like
it just feels good.
A couple of times during the week I would put them on. And after a particularly stressful day, it was like time 3 of using those. I got 3 pairs. This was my final time. I put them on and I sat on the couch to just watch TV at the end of the day. And I went, it just felt so nice. Just pop those suckers on.
Were they like cooling?
Yeah,
so they had kind of like a
they were kind of vaguely like the Oxy pads we talked about back in the day. They sort of smelled like those, a very medicinal smell, but they're just strips you put under your eyes for 20 minutes.
And do they kind of tighten? I kind of like when the mask does that, like when the mask.
That's the other product that we got was a straight up mask. The company's called Shea Moisture.
Okay.
It's an African black soap clarifying mud mask. Holy shit. We did that one night. And I, like Kyle, I didn't want to take it off. It stretches your skin. It feels tight. And I loved it. So I think that's going to be a weekly ritual for us. We decided, we're both addicted to Married at First Sight. So we're going to do MAFs and masks every Wednesday. MAFs and masks. Me and my wife. It's our new Wednesday tradition.
Yeah. And then menopause. Both of you can go through menopause together.
Yeah, let her get the next baby out, and then we'll go right to menopause.
Well, then let's just go around and ask this, because this is the question we Kyle, are you going to continue doing this? And, is it something that you think enriched your life and you would continue doing?
I will. I was keeping up for it, and I kind of fell into the bummer mood up here, and it made me feel better, and so I'm all about doing stuff that makes me feel better. So yeah, I am going to keep up with it.
Hell yeah, that's what's up.
There's a big check in the W column. How about you, Ben?
How about you? With it?
Yeah. I'm definitely going to stick with it.
Don't start this Origin sales pitch again.
I'm just going to say that the Origins folks will send it right to your door. And so I don't even have to leave the comfort of my own home. This stuff is on my doorstep once a month. And honestly, if you're using it as directed, you'll have plenty of leftover. No, I definitely will. I thought, whether or not I remember to do it every night or I have time, but definitely making it a couple or a few times a week thing, because it is... it was relatively inexpensive, and because their price point is right where it needs to be. And I just want to say this,
Andrew. How about you? You gonna stick with it?
I need to be doing it. I need to be doing it more often for sure.
Is Eliza going to continue to coax you into this?
Yeah, and let's say who the real winner is in this challenge. Our girlfriends / wives, having 1 week, 1 week of soft faces. That's the real takeaway from this episode.
Well, I'm going to keep doing it. I think it's funny that most of us just took the kitchen sink approach. We're like, you know what? Try everything. And I think that's the important lesson when considering skincare. Try different products every day. Switch it up all the time. Definitely throw all sorts of shit at your face constantly.
I want to be clear. I did not do that. I didn't come with a hodgepodge, because the folks at Origins provide you with a nice bag. And it's something that comes with nearly every item, plus a handy little guest book.
Is there a free gift? Is there a free gift with this Origins package?
Yeah, you get a stuffed panda bear or something? A keychain?
No. You get a nice wicker basket.
Oh, okay.
One of those ones that you can put in your entryway and maybe drop a pair of gloves or something that's wet right inside it.
So we took... So
But I think the product will speak for
Adam
itself.
already got one of those from Target when he was shopping.
yeah,
for
the
his
winter, yeah.
And he immediately placed it on his face.
So we've said how well we did and the results, but now let's see. Let's have producer Ron pull up our before and after pictures. Let's see what we can discern here.
And we will put these up on our Patreon for people to see, but we're going to look at each
watch
other
out.
right
Okay,
now.
Last
go
ticket
through
to
it real
Horny
quick.
Town. These bathroom selfies.
Is this the last stop? Everybody exit if you don't want to go to horny. Yeah, if you're listening and you're in a place where you can't get that prominent bone rod that you don't want to display, you may want to check out now because we're about to get
producer.
Put on some Jimmy Buffett sunscreen at midnight and come to Horny Town on our Patreon.
Okay, here we go.
Let's see who we've got first.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know if this is before Kyle.
Before Kyle, which
Yeah.
is a pretty good place to start.
There's a slight blemish just above the mustache.
big old zit down there. Yeah, big old.
Yeah.
Kyle, you exaggerate. You don't have a lot of lines on your face, man. That's
Yeah,
a
it's pretty
clear
smooth.
photo.
That's nice. That's a nice face.
And then you look happier. You look genuinely happier.
Emotionally,
That's the thing I
look
noticed.
better.
And that blemish, that unsightly blemish, is gone. Now, I will say, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. You do look
you
happier. Your
you
eyes
almost
are
look
brighter.
younger in the before picture, but you look happier in the after picture, and that's what's really important.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm not
Way to
sure
go.
why that happened. I brushed my beard out before this time, at least.
Yeah,
All right, here before Adam.
look at this.
Okay.
that's a bummer, bud. Yeah.
No, come on. This is my face.
Yeah. All right. And then
Before Adam,
moving on.
after-
Ron is-
Oh, damn.
Adam's
Adam's after
professional
looks
headshot.
like, when people use that filter on their phone that like smooths them out. That's what
Yeah.
Adam's picture
It's
looks
really nice. It's nice.
like. Also, how did you
Totally.
lighten your eyes, Adam? Look, his eyes are
Yeah.
like lighter in the after picture.
Target has these very cheap pills.
Eye lightening pills? You gotta lay off that, dude. The Good and Gather eye lightening pills.
This
Wow.
has a very like drug rehab look to the.
It does. Adam's clean
does.
and he's thinking for himself for the first time in a long time.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Not hard drugs, but a lot of vodka. You probably said something mean to your kids in the before picture.
11 days sober in that after picture.
All right. Let's move on to Andrew. Oh, Jesus, Andrew.
This is not.
Andrew. Andrew, you took these. These are two consecutive photos on the same
No,
day.
they are.
There's no
Ron's
way.
put up both of them.
He's put up both.
Oh,
both
okay.
before.
There's the today
Oh, there we go. I don't
Holy
know
smokes.
why you're apparently continuously being hit by a breeze from that's pushing all your. What the fuck is?
Andrew, for those of you who are just listening, Andrew took a photo with an industrial fan on the right side of him, blowing his whole face to the left.
I'm wearing a black t-shirt in both, but I promise we're taken a week apart.
Well, they are clearly because you've shaved your mustache a bit,
the
but
mustache
the
The hair.
At least you look alive in the after picture, not like this weird museum diorama that's in the before picture of a divorced dad setting.
all right.
Hey, wait, Andrew did have the Kyle experience where it's like it's hard to tell if the skin's better, although it does seem like it is. But the joy on the after
Yeah,
is
I mean,
abundantly
he's brimming.
clear.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ!
The before is very dead-eyed, but after is kind of like
There's
catatonic eye.
hope. There's hope.
Dead-eyed to catatonic eye.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
Okay, let's see Ben.
Whoa,
Ben's before. He's very kind of Fallout Boy bassist.
Ben looks like he got captured with his like laptop cam.
So
Hey, let's
Hey,
get him
there we
side by
go.
side.
yeah, let's put him.
Did you make your body smaller in the before picture?
I've lost weight too. I don't know what, and that's the thing with Origin because they do put a slight amount.
Listen, you can tell Ben is a shady salesman because all of us tried to keep relatively the same expression. Ben's trying to cheat the results. By before is very dour, and afterwards smiling and happy. So I think he's kind of origin propagandist is what's going on here.
It also looks like
I
he used a much nicer camera for the second picture. The first one has like a terrarium sheen on it.
No, I've been talking on the phone on the first one, so I'm figuring that's grease from my face.
Got some Origin product on the lens there.
The face grease.
But anyway, okay. Well, we'll make sure that we post those as Adam said, or Andrew, one of you said that we'll post these to our Patreon page so you can see the before and after.
This was a lot of fun. I think all of us are going to kind of stick with it a little bit, and that's
I got to
really
get some
good.
products
Let's
that
make it a
aren't
better place.
expired. I got to at least, I'll head to Target.
I just imagine that it's largely oil at the top and then everything else.
Yeah, you got to stir it. You got to stir it like an old pesto.
A lot of people would think that Big Moisturizer is the winner of this episode, but I think the real winner of this episode is friendship, because we got to hang with our boy Kyle Kinane.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's really what matters, regardless of our ugly fucking faces.
We love you, Kyle.
Yeah, thanks for coming
And we miss
love you
hanging with you
guys.
on the regular like we got to do for so long.
Well, it's nice to restore ourselves to our Hollywood sheen that we had 5 years ago, as was.
I agree. When this COVID thing gets a little bit better, we're going to come in hot with these new faces, and everyone, watch out, Hollywood. Watch out, auditions. We're coming for it.
And I think a big shout out also has to go to our significant others. Apparently, every one of us was guided through this process by an extremely patient human being living with us who's like, why do I have to help you figure out something you should be doing on your own? But thank you to all of those wonderful folks in our lives for helping us do that. And let's do this. Let's listen to some stand-up comedy from our live show.
This next comic, so funny. I remember I saw her at the UCB Theater in LA.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, she's got to come do our show in Denver. And then lo and behold, she was passing through town, and we threw her on the bill. So please enjoy this clip from Charla Lauriston.
Hell yeah.
And then when we come back, we will fill you in on our next challenge. Stay tuned.
I've been thinking about my titties a lot. I'll just get into it. We don't have to wait, right? I've been thinking about my titties. I want to get a boob job. Can I ask you guys what people think about boob jobs? Clap if you think they're good or cool. Yeah. All right, cool. Clap if you think they're not great. People shouldn't get them. All right. Yeah, divided country. I don't know. No one can agree on anything. I've been wanting to get a boob job for a very long time, from the moment I hit puberty, because I've got dangly titties. I've got danglers. I'll just be real honest with you about it. I'm just gonna be myself tonight. I've got dangly titties, and I don't love it. From the moment I hit puberty, they just came out kind of weary, and I was just like. I remember my titties came out and I looked at them and I was like, what have you guys been through? Why the stretch marks? What wars have you been in? So I want to get a boob job, I love my titties, don't get me wrong, but I just, I just feel like one of my friends was like, we're going through a tough time as a country. I don't know if this is the climate to be thinking about a boob job. And I was like, what says I have more hope in the future than nice titties for the future? I don't know.
Well, we're back. I guess we're back, but we're heading out. You know what I mean? This is when but what a fun time we had. Didn't we have fun? That
Sure.
Kyle, that Kinane, what a real nice guy and a voice. Oh man, and a voice on that guy. This was a fun episode, and my skin is smoother, and I feel great. Real quick, I just wanted to plug something. As I've said before, I have another podcast that is on all things comedy. It's called 97.9 The Rat Race. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, please go subscribe to it. Next week, our next episode, we have a very special big guest on it, joining the Rat Race crew in studio. So make sure you go over there and you subscribe and catch up and check it out, because this one you don't want to miss.
And Ben, I assume on Rat Race you're plugging Grolic Saves the World every week as well. I haven't listened very much, but I assume it's kind of a two-way street relationship. Okay, I'll just assume that's
give
the
us a
answer.
Donnie D plug for this show.
Yeah, man.
Well, right here, do you want me to do that now?
Yeah,
Because
do a
I
Donnie
think
D plug.
This show is groundbreaking. I mean, these guys, they're not morning radio. I mean, they don't write the copy. It's clear they kind of fumble their way through it. But I think that these guys are. I met Adam seeing him at Eddie Money. I saw him at Eddie Money at the Royal Caribbean Cruise Line Amphitheater. And what a fun time we had. Do you remember that, Adam? We saw Wanda Matushin open up.
I don't really remember that.
The amphitheater.
Wow, they're so fucking good at that. Okay.
Oh my God.
We've got that. We've got the audio. We can use that every time. There's some other big news in the Grolic Saves the World podcast land. We're doing another live episode.
Yes.
With our buddy Shane Torres is going to be in town, and we're doing it at Number 38, which is a killer new venue. I just performed there. I know Ben's performed there.
Yep.
Huge outdoor space, and they're putting tickets on sale any minute as we speak. So go to NMBR38, the numbers 3 and 8, number38.com, and get those tickets before they're all gone. It's going to be an awesome
We're going to do a
show.
live challenge. It's going to be a fun time.
And Shane Torres is the fucking man, so we're going to have a blast. So get your tickets before they're gone.
And we do have a Patreon if you want to check that out. We're going to put those before and after photos up on Patreon, and we'll actually make those free for everybody because you all need to see them. Everyone deserves
and I
to
think
see
we should specify they're all just before photos.
Yeah.
Series of sadder and sadder cascading befores.
But we'll also have bonus video footage from this episode up there. And then next week for patrons, we're going to have a video Q&A with none other than Kyle Kinane. Some of you submitted questions, and that was a ton of fun. So look for that next week on Patreon.
Stuff.
Patreon.com.
Good content. Good content. You can also listen and subscribe for free anywhere you get your podcasts. And be sure to rate and review. Listen, I've taken most of the social media apps off my phone. So a lot of times I'm sitting there on the toilet. I'm like, what do I do? And I go to those reviews and I read them. And there's just not enough new ones. But when there is a new one, you can hear me shriek from the upstairs bathroom. And it means so much to me. So please, please give us a new review. So when I'm bored, I can be like, Eureka! New review.
If you leave a review, I'll pay Adam's wife to record his reaction in the bathroom, and we'll play it on this very show.
That's
so,
great.
I mean, if you're not reviewing right now, what are you doing? And you can follow us at Grolix Comedy.
Adam shitting shrieks aside, this whole show, it would not be possible without our good friend Ron, Sephora shop girl Doyle.
My God.
He is, I mean, he's running the errands
audio
there.
wizard.
He's running the errands at that Sephora. They don't
Well,
get...
I remember I walked by that Sephora in the Cherry Creek Mall, and Ron's there, liberally using the products, and you could tell he'd been crying because it was streaked down his cheeks. You know what I mean? Just kind of.
They push him hard. Those 20-year-old women push him hard. But
he's up for the challenge, just like he is for producing this.
Yeah, and also our theme music, as always, is brought to you by the very cantankerous Charlie Continental. So what are we doing this next episode's challenge? I think that's what they sit through all of that to hear what's going on next time.
Well, the truth of the matter is all of us are just on this podcast talking at each other. We all are trying to get in our jokes and our great quips. I think we do one where we actually listen to one another.
What's that?
But seriously, what are we going to do?
Yeah. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
But in the meantime, I love saying this. This is one part everybody listens to when I get to say, play us out, Charlie!